Triborough Stadium, New York, scene of many outstanding performances where names immortal in sports are carved indelibly in record-breaking history. Champions and near champions get set for the 100-yard dash. They're off in a muscle, stamina, and speed. 100 yards in 9.5 seconds is the record, and that's fast. The shot put, 16 pounds dead weight hurled from the shoulder, never from behind or below. Every ounce of strength is put into motion, and making a weird grimace helps. Now let's watch Al Bloses of Georgetown set a new intercollegiate mark of 55 feet, 4 7/8 inches. This remarkable athlete has won the shot put 3 times, each time setting a new record. What a man! The high hurdles, 120 yards, 10 hurdles, 3.5 feet high, 10 yards apart. And there they go. Fleetfoots from Collegiate, Holy Cross, Yale, Columbia, Syracuse, Virginia, Cornell, Fordham, and many more colleges, all striving to win for their alma mater. The tape is broken in a fraction over 14 seconds, and that's speed. The hammer throw, a 16-pound lead ball at the end of a 4-foot wire handle. The athletes swivel in a 7-foot circle. Footwork is important, yes, and well-trained muscles, too. Way back in 1923, Frederick Tutell of Bowdoin chalked up a record to shoot at, 181 feet, 6.5 inches. But here's Ed Sterner of New Hampshire letting fly a mighty heave, 1 inch short of 171 feet. Think of jumping a distance of over 25 feet. That's the IC4A record, and Dick Barber of Southern California is the holder. It's a record to strive to beat, a record that hasn't been topped in 12 years of heated competition. Again, the slow-motion camera analyzes athletes in action. Here in this same stadium back in 1939, Bob Peoples, also of Southern California, made sports history by throwing the Javelin 223 feet, 1 1/4 inches. In this contest, Ed Sterner is again the headliner. He lets fly for nearly 187 feet. In ancient times, javelin throwing was for hunters and warriors. Here they hunt medals and battle for world records. Again they take to the air. The high jump. Looks easy in slow motion, but it's one of the hardest contests of the meet. Try it sometime and learn what it means to clear the bar at over 6 feet. Intensive training, exercise, exercise, and more exercise. That's the formula for gaining muscles that make human leapfrogs. A run and a jump, and over he goes with the greatest of ease. Possibly the most discussed race is the relay. It's the contest where collegiate spirit runs rampant in the grandstands, where fellow students shout themselves hoarse, urging their color bearers on to victory. 4 men to a team. The starters carry a wooden baton, which is passed to the succeeding runner after a lap of the track has been run. History tells us that the race is derived from the ancient Greek torch race, in which the runner passed a lighted torch to a waiting comrade. In those days, they literally carried the torch for each other. Here we see Colgate's mighty team carrying the baton to victory. George Tiff, John Hall, Tom Keefe, and Al Depot show their heels to a field of worthy competitors. They forge ahead to win the race within 4 seconds of the track record. Again, we hark back to the ancient Greek Panthelon for our modern discus throw. In olden days, the discus was made of stone. Today, it is made of wood and brass inside a metal rim. It weighs about 4.5 pounds. Here again we see Al Bloses, the Georgetown star, in action. Bloses holds the IC4A record with a championship heave of 164 feet and 5/8 inches. Contestants are allowed 4 throws, but Bloses needs only 1 to top the field. The most spectacular event of a track meet is the pole vault. For years, athletes strived to clear the crossbar at 15 feet. Not until 1941 was the feat accomplished. Superb condition, strong shoulders and arms, training that includes standing on your hands, chinning, hand-over-hand rope climbing, and weightlifting all go for championship form. To sail over the top without wings. No track meet review would be complete without action pictures of Jesse Owens, Ohio State's amazing all-round athlete. And here we see Cornelius Warmerdam in action as he sails to the stratosphere, chalking up a new national pole vault record. 15 feet, 7 3/4 inches. Nor would any sports picture serve its purpose without scenes of the world's great milers in action. For instance, Glenn Cunningham, who thrilled millions with his piston-like stride, and famous Cunningham sprints that brought fame to the Kansas Star. Another great runner, Wisconsin's mercury-footed Chuck Fenske, whose phenomenal races won him the title of King of the Milers. Here he outsteps a field of stars in one of his greatest triumphs, the Columbian Mile. Watch him turn on the steam. And now, the most exciting track duel ever filmed, the Princeton Mile, with Chuck Fenske, Glenn Cunningham, Archie San Romani, Blaine Rideout, and England's wonderman Sidney Wooderson. Never in the history of sport has a race caused such international reverberations. Wooderson forges ahead and leads the field as all contestants reserve their best for the final sprint. For 3 laps, it is touch and go. As they near the stretch, Blaine Rideout challenges the leader. He forges ahead and to his left. As Rideout takes the lead, Wooderson is thrown off stride. Undaunted, the speedy Briton sticks to his guns, but Fenske quickens his stride and comes up to outrun an all-star field and win the race of the century.